All right, read for us the steps. Eduardo, read us number 1. Okay, let's look at this example here. I've put our problem, the absolute value sign, in a different color so you can kind of see, and it tells us to isolate was step number 1. Let's write that. Isolate. Okay, this absolute value equation is isolated. It is isolated because there's nothing in front. There's not 4 minus times negative 6, and there's nothing behind it. Do you see that? So this one is isolated. What was the second thing you wrote down there, Fabricio?
Split positive and negative.
Let's split into a positive and negative. I'm now going to split this to one that is positive and one that is negative. Put your finger on the argument. Show your partner. This is the argument. Do you see that? We're going to write that twice. Let's write it. 1/4 x minus 5 equals 8. 1/4 x minus 5 equals 8. Pay attention. It was isolated. Nothing in front and behind it. Now I can split it, and when I split it, class, is there an absolute value sign in there? No, we've actually eliminated the absolute value sign because this is the definition in an absolute value. Class, tell me, do I need the parentheses here? No, because it's positive, I can drop the parentheses. Let's go ahead and solve that. Class, what should I do first? We're going to add what's left. 1/4 x equals 13. I'm going to eliminate the fraction by multiplying by the reciprocal, 4/1, or just 4. Notice how if you multiply across, they'll give you 4/4, or you can just cancel these 4s. I'm left with x equals 52. Let's look at the other side. So right now we're doing step number 3, which is just to solve. Here, I could distribute the negative sign, but I can also divide by -1. Why did I do that? Well, negative divided by negative is what? So essentially my -1 and -1 equals a +1. So I'm left with 1/4 x minus 5 equals -8. I'm going to highlight this part in green. And the reason why I want to highlight that in green is if you go on to Google or some textbook, normally they'll tell you to split the equation from here to here. And you're like, how come that changes one to one positive, one negative? It's because the argument we've talked about in an easier example, one has to be positive, one has to be negative. So normally that red part's not shown, and I think it helps. Let's just go ahead and solve that. Add 5. Multiply by 4. X is equal to -12. Let's check our solution. Class, what is 52 divided by 4? And 13 minus 5? What's the absolute value of 8? 8. And is 8 equal to 8? That's true. Oh, I'm testing or checking my solution. Let's try negative 12. Class, what's negative 12 times 1? Negative 12 divided by 4. Negative 3 minus 5. Absolute value of negative 8. That is true. My solution is x equals 52, x equals negative 12. In this problem, I have two solutions. So to review, make sure it's isolated, nothing in front, behind. Once you've done that, split it, one positive, one negative, solve, and then check your answer.